like we are live. And that is good. That's a good sign because yesterday we weren't able to go live. So I just want to make sure that we are
You are live.
wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. For those of you who are watching live, if you have any questions, please type in a Q and write your question after that. That way we will address it. So whether you are watching us on YouTube or you're watching us on Facebook, at least you'll be able to be a part of this conversation. And the conversation is about how this economy is changing, it's shifting. So how do we become creative? How do we create an online business with little, very little money so that you can thrive? So fasten your seatbelts because we're going to learn and grow together with the boss babes of Keep Me Safe Organics. It's time to dance, ladies.
The Lillian McDermott Show.
We love, we fear, bridges we burn, we make mistakes, then we live and learn. When life gets tough, and it seems like your best ain't good enough. If you're in need of hope, you know where I'll be right here. Right here, and when you need a friend, you can count on me. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
This is the place you can always turn to when you need a friend. The Lillian McDermott Show. To reach out to Lillian, visit her on the web at whenyouneedafriend.com. Now let's all learn together. Here's Lillian McDermott.
Hello, my listening and my viewing friends on YouTube and Facebook Live. I am so excited that we get to spend our morning together on this beautiful, best day ever. And for those of you who are new to the Lillian McDermott Radio Show classroom, please know that I've been waiting for you. This is a safe place where you can go to when you need a friend. It is my commitment to provide alternative ways to heal, and it is my mission to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening, as well as my viewing friends, will feel empowered to embrace a new truth and live the life of your dreams. Now, as we've said before, these are difficult times. But it's during our difficult times that we grow the most. So when you're thinking about growth and you're looking at reality and discerning what reality and what's truly real today, we get to see that our brick and mortar stores are changing. The way that we're buying is changing. We're going online more and more and more in purchasing. So as we find ourselves without work, as we find ourselves without perhaps maybe an income, which by the way, most of us should be receiving $1,200 plus in our bank accounts because of this President Trump and what he's doing to help the economy thrive. Why not use some of that to create something different and new? So today, the boss babes, Kelli Bono and Rebecca Black of Keep Me Safe Organics, co-founders of Keep Me Safe Organics, are here to talk about how to create an online business during these very difficult times. So, since it is our sole purpose in life to give and receive love and knowledge, I am grateful that Kelli and Rebecca are here to do just that. Welcome, boss babes, to the classroom.
Welcome, welcome. Thanks for having us again.
Of
Yes,
course.
we appreciate it. Love you.
Of course. I love you more. I saw your little mug. I love you more all over the house. And so, yes, there we go. That's right. And so I wanted to ask Rebecca, because you're not only have the formulation and all, but you're really also talk about the financial aspect. And I just thought with what we're seeing in the world, has Keep Me Safe Organics online business increased since we've been in lockdown? Have you seen a change with Keep Me Safe Organics?
You know what, Lillian, we have such an amazing customer base, and we've actually seen an increase in that over, especially the last few days, especially. And so it really shows us that opportunity really is everywhere. Number one, people are still buying. Number two, people are realizing that they don't have jobs to go back to as well. And so there's a lot of need and there's a lot of uncertainty around us. But Keep Me Safe in general, we are growing, and we are so excited about that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And so I know that I've seen a lot more interaction, engagement, a lot of, Kelli, you're going there on Mondays. Is it Mondays that you empower people to do have the
Yeah.
best week ever or the best day?
Yes.
So
I
share a
do
little
my
bit about what you've
motivational
been doing.
Mondays. Yes. Yes. My motivational Mondays. Yes. I love that. Yeah.
So
Just breathing life, because I think right now too, people are just probably in shock still. Maybe the shock's starting to wear off, but also in fear, and then realizing that this might be the new normal. And then there's some people that are absolutely loving this and feel like they've been overworked, overtired, overstressed, and they are loving the decompression. I mean, they are just like, my body needed this. I even heard one of my girlfriends say, I don't think I can go back to running the pace that I was running. I didn't realize how addicted I was to like go, 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 go. And now that the train has stopped, she's like, I feel like I'm getting my life back, my family back, my marriage back. So I thought, oh my God, how cool, like her perspective on it was like, I don't think I can get the bus going again. And that was kind of exciting. And then I had another friend say, I'm not ready to ever go back to the way things were. So I think there's just that whole spectrum of everything that's happening.
They've been talking about the new normal, the new normal, the new normal, and people want to go back to how it used to be. And I'm saying this new normal we don't have to go back. We can step forward, as we had talked about last time that we were together, that these setbacks happen so that when we step forward into something different and new. And Rebecca and I were speaking before Kelli came on, and I'll catch you up, Kelli, and I'll catch all of us up. We were talking about how important it is to discern the news, to discern the way that we're looking at this, because mainstream media is purchased by pharmaceuticals, it's purchased by, the food industry, it's purchased by, an agenda that is about vaccinations, and it's about forced vaccination, by the way, not just vaccinations, but forced vaccination. And you're not seeing things the way they're being presented. They're being seen by eyes that are not the same eyes that perhaps maybe we have. Like we want informed choice, we want freedom, we want all, and how beautiful that there are distractions of sports or distractions of being in a group settings, that now we can really focus on discernment of what we truly want. And I think that this is a really good time with Rebecca and Kelli and Keep Me Safe Organics and our advocate team, that to say, okay, what do I want to create here? Do I want to create love or fear? So Rebecca, you had shared that you stopped watching the news. Share a little bit about why you stopped watching the news.
Yes, because just like you said, I felt like an agenda was really being pushed, and it was just constant negativity and panic. And if you believe the news, then this is not going to be over. We're going to be pretty much locked up in our house, holed up in our house, temperatures being checked before we go into our favorite restaurants. Some of us may never return to work, and that it's going to be like that for the next 6 to 18 months, depending on what channel that you are listening to. And so I'm like, this crap is garbage. I am not going to be listening to this. Let's all use some common sense here. Let's practice social distancing, keep it away, do your precautions. If you've been around someone who may be sick, keep yourself at home. I mean, and that's just kind of like common sense. If you have someone who has a compromised immune system, and you know that they have a compromised immune system, then by all means, please take extra measures. But to completely shut the country down the way that the country has been shut down, in my opinion, is an overreaction. And I feel like it is an attack on our liberties. So for me personally, that's why I stopped watching the news.
And I want to add to what you're just saying, that it is attack in our liberties. And I think that that's going to eventually happen. Common sense is not very common these days because we're using Hollywood and we're using mainstream media to get our opinion. And the reality is that there is a place where you can go to, well, other than the classroom, where you can learn and discern on your own. Well, we present facts, we present science. What I want to encourage all of you is to go onto YouTube, or I don't know if I'm sure they're streaming from all social media, the White House. And I don't care what people think about the president of the United States, whether you like him or not. I am not political. I am not a political show. I am not I don't do sports. I don't do politics. There are other people who do this, but we've got to be careful with believing their discernment. So what I'm asking people is to go to the White House. It's called the White House. That's the channel. You could either go to the YouTube or go to Facebook, or I don't even know if they're streaming from other places. But you will hear the president speak what's happening, give facts, the team giving facts. And then I've fact checked it with watching the news. It's not what they're saying. So we've got to wake up and discern it for ourselves. We have got to discern what's really happening for ourselves and not buy into, because here you're saying 6 weeks, Rebecca, but the president is saying we might be ahead of schedule. They're going to open some states and he's leaving it up to each governor. They're going to present it and they're going to present the facts, and each governor needs to decide what they want to do. And so that is what's really happening right now. And so I want to shift a little bit with Kelli. You got 4 kids and you've been focusing on that. I have been in the past felt disempowered by what I feel, my opinion, corruption in the media, corruption in the government. And so I have just said, I don't want to be a part of it. But now, for the first time, I feel very much involved. Are you are you able to, with the distractions that are, with having children at home and school and all that, have you been able to discern what's really happening for yourself?
So Lillian, I love that you said that. So what I've had to do is kind of just I've had to turn off the news, because it really does mess with the first few days that this all started. I watched the news for 3 days, and I just noticed that I do not suffer with anxiety or depression. And all of a sudden I just was feeling so anxious and anxiety and literally like doomsday. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm one of the most positive people. I watch God, God says, guard your ears and your eyes. Eyes are the window of the soul, and watch what you hear. And I thought, oh my gosh, here I am, totally getting sucked in and bought in. And then all of a sudden I started to have this just incredible, incredible fear. And I think for me, that was oh my gosh, that's not how I'm used to living, right? But I know that if I keep going in 3 days, if I keep going down this path, at the end of 6 weeks, 2 months, whatever this is, end of 2 weeks, I'm going to be filled with anxiety and fear versus love and joy and peace and patience, And so we just kind of made a decision as a family that we're not turning it on. Like the whole world might be crazy. My husband brings me home tidbits. I might check in, for a few things, but it's at the end of the day, if I'm staying home and I'm social distancing and I'm with my family and I'm taking precautions, is there anything that the news is going to tell me besides panic and fear and to get me scared of other people, right? Because now, God says, love your neighbor as yourself. And now we're scared of the neighbor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's just so much that goes along with that. And really keeping the world out of your life, which could be so emotionally harmful, because, it's people already feel isolated and alone. And now we're physically, we're physically feeling alone. And so, anyway, so I love that you brought that up. And I do feel like I'm getting, facts. And, my husband came in and said, okay, if you're without a mask in Orlando, you are getting arrested. But arrested or whatever. They're like fining you. And so it's like, well, baby, we already have our mask. You have your mask in the car. I have my mask. So when we go out, we're wearing masks. You know, it's like, we're just going to be precautious. I don't know when they're going to pass the law or if they are, but we're just going to do our part because, you know, even in the scripture, it says obey man's laws, you know? And so we're going to try to really be obedient, you know, to that, not so much from a fear standpoint, but from just, you know, honoring the law.
Yes. And so what I want to encourage all of you is not just turn off the news, turn on the White House, and go there. I've been watching it every day. I've been getting my facts from what the team is presenting, and I'm watching how the reporters are trying to catch them and trying to twist words. And so I'm calling for all of you to stop the madness and saying, okay, I'm going to choose love. I'm going to choose love for self. And I want to discern for myself. I'm no longer going to be a sheeple. I'm not going to put my head in the sand, and I'm going to turn this around, because what Trump is saying is that the economy is going to come back, and it's going to come back stronger. And some people might say that's Pollyanna, but he is developing a task team. He's developing it, and it's with wonderful people. So with that in mind, let's start talking about creating an action instead of reaction. And so just real quick, go to the White House, and that's it. Just click subscribe to that, get your news there. So now we're hearing that a lot of people are buying online. Amazon is doing very, very well. And so why not you? How can we create our team of advocates that will create abundance in our life? I know that I have joined as an advocate, and what I want to propose is that anyone who joins or anyone who purchases any of, go to whenyounneedafriend.com, go to my sponsors or the shop now, you'll find the Keep Me Safe logo. And when you click on that and you buy anything that you want, you get 10% off. And that is my gift to you. That is my gift to you. And if you want to become an advocate, there's a place where you can join and become an advocate. And what I'm proposing is that my team that we have, and anyone who purchases anything today or from this point on, we're going to create an event that's going to be a private virtual makeover, a private virtual learn about the product, empowering you to create your business. And so, so does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about let's make a plan.
Yes.
What does this plan look like? Let's start with Rebecca, and what Keep Me Safe wants to do for all the advocates, all the women and men who would like to be a part of this growing organization.
So first and foremost, thank you for that, Lillian. But first and foremost, at Keep Me Safe, we want to inspire you to do what inspires you. And one thing that has become crystal clear in all of this is that if you do not have a way to generate income online, you will probably be left behind should this ever happen again. And so everybody needs some type of online store. And the first thing is that, number one, you have to be open. You have to be open. And so you really have to ask yourself, am I even open to just shift my thinking just a little bit that I can do an online business? I am able to do it. I will figure out a way. Just like Marie Forleo says, everything is figure outable. And so you have to be open to it first. And if you're not open, then you'll never be able to see the potential success that you could have.
Very good. Very good. And by the way, are we giving something away today?
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Listen,
we are.
these hands, all this hand washing, we're getting so many stories. And listen, these are flying off the shelf. And I just want to tell a really cool story about that. Some lotions were donated to some frontline workers. And the frontline workers loved them so much and finally got relief because they weren't getting relief from the lotion that they had been using. They got so much relief that they actually turned around and purchased more lotions for their coworkers. So today we are going to give away 5 lotions to
Whoa,
5 lotions to 5 frontline workers. So when you're listening, you need to drop 5 people's names in the comment. We'll pick 5 different people. Just drop them in the comment section and we'll sort it out from there. But we'll be donating those to the frontline workers.
Okay, so if you know anyone who is a frontline worker, this giveaway is to give away. This is to pay it forward. So last time they gave it to you, this time you give it to someone that you know and love. So tag somebody in the comments below. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, do the same. Just tell us the name of the person that you would like to donate this to. And what I'll do is I'll take all those names. I'll take your name, and then everybody that if you share, you like, you share this post, whatever it is that you do, the more action you take, the more your name will go into the winner's basket. And so we'll pick out 5 names and your name will be attached to that person. So we'll know to contact you if we can't get their address information. But that is so generous. Thank you so much for that. And so get started. This is an incredible, everything that you see in Keep Me Safe Organics or Lily Rose. Lily Rose is the retail version of this. So if you're an advocate, you can go to spas, you can go to different places, and they can become your client as well. So this is a very unique situation where we have an opportunity for not just for you to have a marketing company online, but you could also make it a marketing company where you go knocking on doors and create bring these products to people. Like I stopped doing manicures and pedicures because every time I need to start bringing my products to my manicures and pedicures because I would get a cold or get a sore throat afterwards because of all the chemicals that I was getting into my body. So it just dawned on me, I could bring my own stuff. So let's, okay, so Kelli, let's talk about how you guys are supporting and how you're training. What are you doing to empower people to do this?
Yeah. So Lillian, what's beautiful is we know that when the economy goes like this or depression, women will always purchase their makeup, their lipstick. In the Great Depression, women were still buying pantyhose and their rouge, even in the most horrific times. But we also know that people are very, very, very conscious of where they're spending their dollar. I've heard so many people over the last few weeks that their savings is growing in massive rates because they were spending so much. I heard one family was spending $1,500 on going out to eat. So what we've done, because we know that there are ranges of where people are at. Some people are struggling and looking, very hopeless. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where people's bank accounts are exploding because they're not out there frivolously spending. So we have a digital enrollment where you can join Keep Me Safe. I mean, this is mind blowing, for 1 cent. And have a completely done for you, automated, almost like your natural skincare, body care superstore. And we are shipping out almost as fast as Amazon. In many cases, people are getting their products before Amazon shipments are coming in. And so I love that. I feel like we're keeping up. You will say, I ordered 3 hours later and all of a sudden it's already left your facility. What is that? It's just our amazing customer service. We have an amazing team and we're just out really to serve and to help people. And then we also have kits. If you want products, we have a $99 kit and we have a $229 kit, and they're all listed when you go to ineedafriend.com. Yes.
Whenyouneedafriend.com. So,
yes.
So I want to ask you, what is included with 1 cent?
Oh, with 1 cent. Okay. So with 1 cent,
let's break it down to bite sizes now.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So with 1 cent, you get to come in. There is no products with that, but what it is we already have an online replicated website for you to go ahead and immediately, since the minute you come on, you can actually have an activated link directed to you, your personal link, your personal like superstore, online superstore connected to you. And anytime you can immediately share it out and get sales and immediately make 30% instantly with no, like, I hate to say like no skin in the game. You know what I mean? Like you're not losing, you know, people always say seed money, you know, you need seed money to start something amazing. And you need all this, like, you know, it takes money to make money, and you got to have all this money. And I hear that story and I'm thinking, with this, no, you have an opportunity, a multi-million-dollar opportunity with 1 cent to go and build your online business. And it's already done for you. I mean, think about it. If you were to go and start up a store and get a website and get a programmer and get products and have to carry inventory, and it's like, oh my gosh, you can spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars before you even launch your online business. This is already done for you, linked to you, your online, super organic, safe, cosmetic skincare company products to other people's store. You don't have to pick them up. You don't have to stockpile inventory. Such a low buy-in, such a low cost. And you get 60 days of free website. And then after 60 days, your monthly charge to keep your website going is $8.95. I don't think you can do any website on the planet for that low of a fee. And we have your hosting, we have your shopping cart, we have your credit card, you know, where people can pay payments. You just cannot find that anywhere on the planet. I don't know anybody that can do a business for under $100 a year, and we are doing that. So I'm excited.
That's awesome. Okay, so that's the tier 1. So that means, you know, anyone, and I would say the perfect person for the 1 cent would be someone who's already a consumer of Keep Me Safe Organics and is already using the product. Because if you don't believe in the product, I don't care if you spend $0 on something. If you're not using it, no one's going to buy it. So when you use it, you get excited. And so this is an opportunity for you, knowing how wonderful the product is. It's safe, non-toxic. You know that, I mean, you've seen me wear Keep Me Safe Organics and Lily Rose, because you can use either one, depending on what your preferences are. You've seen me use it for a year and a half, right? I mean, how long have we been talking together, you know, working together on this? And I love it more and more each day. So because I love it, people see you looking radiant and they want to know what you're doing. This is an opportunity for you to say, hey, just buy it off my website. And you can start making money that way for just 1 penny. And then after that, there's a charge for the website hosting of $8.95. Okay, so that's tier 1. What is tier 2 and what do you get?
Okay, so with tier 2, you get our 3-piece skincare, you get a balm, you get the liquid hand soap, you get lotion. You just get a ton of stuff, and it's there's a picture of it. I don't have a picture right here, but for $99, you get probably about $400 worth of products, and you get our 10 ingredients to avoid cards. You get order forms, and you get a little kit bag, and you just get, you get tons of little goodies, and then you still have an $8.95 a month hosting website charge. And then
do you get 60 days with that?
Rebecca, what is the programming on that? I think you get 30 days with that.
Yes. So in 30 days, you begin your hosting fee.
Because you're getting $400 worth of product, you said.
Yes.
So for $99, you get $400 worth of product, and then you're able to use it and you're able to get excited, and you get, for $100, you get $400 worth of product. And then you get 30 days of free hosting?
Yes.
Free website.
I mean, and think about it this way: whenever you find a product that you love, and someone is like, "Hey, Rebecca, what nail polish do you use? Where are you sending them?" You're sending them to someone else, but that someone else is not paying you a fee. And so, whenever you have the ability to say, "You know what?" They're like, "What lip balm are you using?" You're like, "You know what? I use this burgundy lip balm. Here's a link. Check it out.
From me. I'm your friend.
Yes,
you can trust me." That's right.
Yes. Buy it from me. And then that way you get paid from it that way. So that's really what the beauty of having an online store is, because I think nowadays we're like, okay, well, where are you shopping? You know, where does that top come from? Where did you get those shoes from? So, and instead of you sending them to your top manufacturer's website now, or the store that you got it from, you're sending them to your store where you get paid the money from that. And that's what building an online business with Keep Me Safe looks like.
And again, for anyone who decides that they want to do this today or are contemplating it or have been wanting to do it, maybe you are already Keep Me Safe Organics lover and have been purchasing off my website. This is, by the way, when we have affiliate websites like that, it helps pay for some of the costs of the classroom. That's why I'm giving you back 10%. And this is something, an exception that's been made because of my platform, because of the way I wanted to do things. And I was so grateful to Rebecca and Kelli for making this exception. But this would be money that would be coming to me, that would help out with the classroom. But so here's an opportunity for you to help the people you love the most and bring them to a product that's safe for you. So with that in mind, what are the products again that you would get, and say them slowly, Kelli?
Are we talking about the $99 kit? Or
Yes. Do you get the lotion?
You get the lotion.
And by the way, nominate your first line workers so that they can get, we're going to be picking 5. So nominate them write it in the comment section. And yes, this is, let's see, Ebony, this is good for teens. Absolutely. Would definitely be. Yeah. So you can go to ball clubs and cheerleading practices, and you can start squirting it in their hands, having them feel how wonderful it is. The class today is about thinking outside the box. We've talked about how wonderful this product is. Now it's time for you to decide, do I want to be a part of it? And this is not, if you don't, that's fine too. You can still buy it from whenyounneedafriend.com. And so, okay, so what are the products that are in the 99 cents?
So
$99.
You get the lotion.
This one.
We have a balm that you.
The balm.
The balm is the balm. Balm is the bombdiggity.com.
Yes.
This is another one of our seller. We can't even keep this in stock right now. People are rushing it off.
I'm almost out of my balm.
Yeah. Balm is the bomb. And people are getting relief that haven't had relief in years with any other dermatologist cream. They're just experiencing such a relief. So I love that. You get the 3-piece skincare set, your cleanser, your toner, and your moisturizer.
Oh, the cleanser. Here's the cleanser, right
the
here.
Cleanser, yeah.
The toner, which we can spritz at any time during the day, and the moisturizer. And the moisturizer, which is absolutely phenomenal. And it always, to me, it smells so fresh. It smells so good. I love your signature fresh scent. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You get our liquid hand soap.
Ooh,
that makes your hands feel so silky smooth and soft.
Love it.
Oh my gosh, that has been a game changer. Because anyway, a lot of people are talking about their dry hands, and I'm thinking my hands feel like butter.
I know.
They feel like butter, and I'm washing them more than ever, and they feel like butter. And so that is a game changer. If you're looking for a silky smooth, soft, like amazing liquid hand soap, that is it. And then we have, I think our lip balms are in there. We have, I think, 4 lip balms.
4 lip balms?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 4 lip balms in there.
Okay.
So I don't have the picture in front of me, so I'm going off memory. So,
they do now.
So
take advantage of this one.
Yes.
And for those of you, are you done? Or is there more?
No, I think there might be some more stuff in there, but I think it's got the bath detox bath salts also. So
no way.
And that just melts your stress away. It's got that activated charcoal. And just let me tell you, that is a lifeline. Like right now, with all the stress, it's like, just to pour all that. I think, Rebecca, how many trace minerals are in our detox? There's
so I think I want to say in the Himalayan sea salt, there's over 80 trace minerals in just the Himalayan salt. Yes. But we also have the Epsom salts in there as well.
And the activated charcoal, literally, I had a lady with fibromyalgia and she just hurt all over. And she's like, Kelli, when I sprinkle that in and I get in, every muscle in my body just relax. And she's like, oh my gosh, I've never experienced anything like that. My sister, who also suffers with psoriasis, she is like, don't ever like that product. I have never experienced anything like that. She's like, it is just like, oh my gosh, you know? So it's so neat when people really have some major health issues say that this was a game changer for them. That just makes me feel like, okay, it's not just me that gets relaxed, you know, it's just, you know, it's really helping out people that really, really, really need it. So yeah, it's just an amazing kit for $99. You just cannot beat what all you get and the value.
Rebecca, is there anything you want to add?
No, I was going to explain about the online superstore and what that means. Like we're referring people like mad right now to other online stores, but just think about referring people to your online store. And that's the mindset shift that has to happen, because we're constantly referring people to other people. And sometimes it's because we don't feel like we deserve being paid for just, you know, doing a good deed. But in a day and time where some of us don't have jobs to go back to, and I'll share a personal story. You know, one of my friends is an eye doctor in another state, and she also does some repping for some brands, and all of the brands have canceled her contracts. Annual eye exams are not an essential service right now. And so she's laid off. So this is a doctor who is laid off from her full-time career, not making money, waiting on unemployment. All the brands have canceled her contracts for the foreseeable future. So she's going from a lot of surplus, waiting on someone else to pay her, when she's done an amazing job at building this beautiful, beautiful following. And this is a way to capitalize on that, to meet that gap that is happening now. And so you just have to really be open to the opportunity, because the truth is everybody is hurting. No one is exempt from what is happening right now. No one is exempt, but everyone does have an opportunity to create a change in their life. You have the opportunity to take control of where every bit of your money is coming in from.
Yeah.
This could be a tiny stream of income. Maybe you're only trying to make $500 to $1,000 extra dollars a month right now. Maybe you're trying to replace a doctor's salary, but you can absolutely do that. And you can do it with your network of people.
Yes. And so, okay, so that is, and I want to remind everybody that if you decide that you want to be a part of this, we'll be a part of my team, and we're going to have a virtual makeover session, a private virtual makeover. So if anyone who joins, we will all come together with Kelli and Rebecca, and we're going to learn about product and about what it entails. So even if you're curious, let me know, and we can include you in this group as well. Okay, so the third tier, because there are 3 tiers, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's the third tier?
So the third tier is a $229 kit. It includes your website for the year. So that's included, that $895 charge you don't ever see for a year, 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get, oh my gosh, you get probably over $600 or $700 in this product kit. It's just a huge value add. Besides the website, besides the automatic, you get 12 eyeshadows. Do you have any of those colors in front of you, Lillian?
No, I don't. Not today.
Yes,
I did not.
12
but they're beautiful colors, and we can show them all off later.
You just get so many beautiful eyeshadow colors. And then you get 7 foundations. So that way you can go out and share and sample and help people, match their foundations. You get the 3-piece skincare. You get 4 blushes. You get some brushes. You get your little kit in the bag, and you get your 10 ingredients to avoid cards, and you get your order forms. So it is truly a business in a bag. $229 is your cost for the entire year to have your online store, to have all the products you're going to need, and to really get out and really have some fun marketing, whether it's in person or online.
You know, it's interesting. I've been calling it tears, right? But
Mhm.
I'm like tears of joy. So these are
They
tears of
are.
joy because, you know, many of us are feeling paralyzed from the fear that we're hearing. And so this coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever it is, to me can become a gift that will help us think outside the box. And, you know, never in a million years, and I have been um, propositioned by other multi-level marketing groups, and I've said no because there's a flaw in the design. And you know, with Keep Me Safe Organics, you can do this for yourself with as little as you want, or you can create a team and
Mhm.
become, you know, whatever it is that you want. And
Yeah.
so I want to encourage all of you to become a part of this. And if you're curious or you'd like to consider it, just let me know that too. So that is something that we want to be able to empower you, which is what this class is all about. It's about empowerment. It's about empowerment. And so I want to encourage you to go to, and I'm going to shift a little bit here because I do need to thank my sponsors. I want to thank my sponsors. And so I want for you guys to think, what if you did not have a place where you could learn new truths, where you could grow? What if you couldn't have that? And I know that there's a lot of censoring that's happening right now. And so with that, I need for you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com, subscribe, because yesterday was so weird. We weren't able to attach to YouTube or Facebook. And so today I have this passion where I'm saying, please subscribe, because you'll be able, and I've got a new account. You know, I am hardly ever on social media because it is just, it's a necessary thing that we need to do. And I don't want to add any more work, but I went and I searched and I found a channel, a site where they honor our freedom, where they honor our freedom of speech and they don't censor. It's called BitChute. And right now I'm on a 2-week trial period where you can't find me on BitChute, but you can get the link and you can subscribe. So I'm encouraging you all to go to whenyouneedafriend.com, not only subscribe, look at Dave, say hi to Dave back there. Dave is back there. So you can subscribe. And then while you're there, like and follow me on Facebook. You can click on that and then you could subscribe on YouTube. And you can, you know, so subscribe there. But if we need an extra place, you can go to BitChute and also subscribe there, because we may need to go there as well. So so just follow the class so that you can continue getting the information, and then you discern the truth. You research the truth. I also want to encourage all of you to go to my sponsors page. My sponsors, these are the sponsors that are helping this class thrive and to grow. Sponsors like Liberty Health Share, First Alternative Care, which we're talking about telemedicine right now. Telemedicine has become super popular. You've got it right there on my page, and for $35 you get non-urgent family. Like if you break a bone, you got to go to the emergency room. But if you catch a cold, a flu, a UTI, you know, whatever, you get a cut, or you can. It's non-urgent family practice. You can also do dermatology and 3 hours a year of behavioral health counseling for the entire household for $45 a month for the entire household. So if your children or your grandchildren or your aunt or a neighbor lives with you, or if you're college students that are living together, then that is a household, and you have the opportunity to be able to protect your family at home and get the medical care that you need. We have the pharmacy in Merritt Island. They don't come on, but but they want you to know that they take a stand with us. And so when you go there and you go to the pharmacy in Merritt Island, you get 20% off your first order. You just let them know that I sent you. Live Longer Medical, working from the inside out. Next week, we're going to talk about sex and all the different things about sex that we need to know. I've been promoting that a lot because people want to know a little bit more about that. And they're in Indy Atlantic, Florida. Ground therapy. You can go onto my website and click on ground therapy. Right now, my feet are grounded. And I know the ladies, my boss babes here, they're also grounding as well. And brain tap, rewriting the program, saying that you're not enough, that you are not enough. That is a lie. And so we are together, we're going to overcome all these limiting beliefs, and brain tap helps you rewrite the program. So those are some of the ways that you can help support the classroom, by supporting our sponsors, by going to my shop now and checking out how you can get over-the-counter pure water and get 10% off of that just because you're using my affiliate page. So those are different ways that you're helping the classroom grow. And so support my sponsors the way they're supporting the classroom. And you too can become a enrolled student. If you want to give $1 or if you want to give $1,000, whatever it is that you want to give, $1 million, whatever it is that you want to do, please support the classroom. It is so important that we have information that gives you choice, You're not finding that. If you listen to the news on the White House channel and you take that and you listen to the news on mainstream media, you go, that didn't happen. He didn't say that. So discern it for yourself. Everything we talk about here in the classroom, discern it for yourself. So it's not a repetition of what I said or what my teacher said. It is what you studied, researched, and believe. So with that in mind, I want to remind you that today, Keep Me Safe Organics is giving 5 first responders or first line people that are out there, essentials that are suffering from all the alcohol and all that in your hands. Which, by the way, silver, colloidal silver, works really well for that, and it doesn't destroy your hands. They're giving this to all the essential workers, 5 of you. So nominate someone that is someone that's in your heart that could use this gift from Keep Me Safe Organics. Also want to remind you that if you decide to either purchase or if you are already purchasing Keep Me Safe Organics, send me an email or write it down here on the comment section that you want to be a part of the private virtual, the PVM, the private virtual makeover and information center, because we're going to talk about how you can become an advocate as well, if that's what you want to talk about, or we can talk about how to apply and how to mix our foundation so that it looks natural and that there's no line or that it doesn't rub off on people. There's so much that we can learn together. And so let's be a part of my team, because we can do this, all of us together. Together, we are an overwhelming majority, and we can change the way that we can create the abundance that we want. So Rebecca, I'd like for you to, because we've got 10 minutes left in the broadcast, about 10 minutes. Anything that you would like to add that we've said so far that you feel is in your heart that you want to share?
I think that number one, just open up your mind to new possibilities in the new normal, because we're all going to need a little bit of a new normal. And what you think right now is what you feel. And if you think you're never going to survive this, you won't. If you think you will survive this, you will. If you think that you can start living a new life and start creating something today that will help you in the future, you will create that. So just really pay attention to your thoughts, because it's super easy to get stuck in this paralyzed place that we're kind of being forced into, as far as, wear your masks out in public. Yes, we do need to protect everybody, but businesses shutting down, careers being crumbled because of this. Don't get stuck in the fear of that, and truly realize that there is a way to step up, to rise up, rise above, and really make a new life for yourself. There is no shortage of money. The stock market is doing beautifully. I think yesterday it was at 23,000 points. I mean, listen, there is opportunity out there, and it is everywhere. You just have to step up and step into it and choose joy. Choose joy. Be joyful. Be excited about the possibility of a new normal and you being in charge of your new normal.
And the new normal is exciting and new and different. And, you know, we could be fearful. We can use all those words of fear, or we can use the words that are empowering. And I want to add to what you just said. Everything starts with a thought. The greatest invention started with a thought, and someone committing suicide started with a thought. How we choose where the feeling is going to drive the action, that is our choice. And joining a group that is uplifted and full of empowerment, and where you can rewrite whatever it is that you were told as a child. Like for me, I would never amount to much. That is what I was told by my second grade teacher, Mr. Torres. And I knew that he was trying to motivate me, but it planted a seed that nothing I did was good enough. So we've got to rewrite the program and reinvent ourselves and prove to ourselves that we are enough, that we are. We don't even have to prove it. We just need to know it. Yes. And so, so with that, Kelli, I'm going to allow you the opportunity to share. And Rebecca, I don't know if your volume for your, if you can turn down the volume of your phone. Is that what it is?
Yes. Well, the lawn crew is here. So I'm trying to keep my microphone muted. So sorry.
Okay, good. No problem. No problem. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So real quick, Lillian, I love you. Rebecca, oh my God, Rebecca's brilliant. You're brilliant. And so, Lillian, you are so enough. You are so enough.
Thank you.
And oh my gosh, it breaks my heart that anyone would ever plant those seeds. But sometimes our seeds that were planted of not enough, or our challenges in life, wind up being our greatest opportunity. And what I truly love about Keep Me Safe is that anyone can come in. This is no respecter of person. We're not asking, anybody to invest their life savings. We're asking for one cent to come in, or if you want a kit. But what I love about network marketing, and I know that people can sometimes have mixed feelings about it.
And I used to, and I did, and I shared them with you. Yes.
And someone can come in and leverage their time. So if I work with Rebecca and I work with Lillian, every single time that Lillian does a sale, every time Rebecca does a sale, I'm getting paid. In corporate America, you are training your replacement. You are training somebody else. And I just love it that I can go and train. And with Keep Me Safe, you get paid to infinity. You get paid on every person, right? We don't want to ever say that you're not worth it. You're worth it. And so we really love the fact that you can leverage your time. And there's you go buy a card a day, and the sales doesn't go, to the salesperson that trained him, and the salesperson that trained him, and the salesperson trained him. There's a little piece that goes on for infinity. And I just love that, because here you are building your own empire, your own kingdom, your own residual that nobody can take away from you. Not one person can ever take that away from you. And in this day and time when everything is being taken, that is truly exciting. So we love you. I'm so excited. And I just say what Rebecca said, open your mind to the possibilities and say, you know what? I'm giving everybody else referrals. Why aren't I giving myself the referral? Why aren't I help building the team that I'm going to constantly get the referral, right? So that's just what I wanted to say. And I love you guys. And I'm so proud of what Lillian you're doing. And I'm so proud of you, Rebecca. And I just feel like if we come together, we're going to change the world. We're going to change the economy, and we're going to stop giving our money away and start circling it back into each other's lives. And that's really when we're not going to see an economic depression. We keep giving it to big corporations that never give it back to us. And then we wonder why everyone's broke.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a very simple cycle that we need to stop. And once we stop that cycle, we can just explode.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we're coming to the end of the podcast, or the broad class is what I like to call it. And we normally have a teacher's pet section after the podcast is done. And for those of you who are listening on the podcast, always know that you can join us live now on YouTube and Facebook, at Lillian's radio show on Facebook, and Lillian McDermott radio show on YouTube. And I want to invite you to do the class live. I want to remind you that you nominate someone to win the lotion. We're going to be picking 5. The more you share, the more you tag, the more you do, the more those names will be added into our winner's basket. So, you know, whether you're listening on podcasts and you want to call or text 407-373-5959, or send a message through YouTube or Facebook, whatever it is time to love our neighbors. It is time to replace fear with action, with love and empowerment. And this is a great place to start. We're going to continue our conversation after the podcast, and we're going to continue to grow with one another. Please remember, I'll be right here waiting for you worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. This is Lillian McDermott, Rebecca Black, and Kelli Bono wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever. Good job.
The opinions and advice expressed on the Lillian McDermott radio show are intended for the individual callers and guests on the program and are presented to our wider audience solely for general educational purposes. Please act responsibly and consult personally with your own medical, psychological, or nutritional expert before taking any steps to improve your life.
I want to say thank you to Kay and Deidre and Ashley and Patty and Ebony, who is very interested in learning more about becoming an advocate with Keep Me Safe Organics. I'm excited about that. Victoria, who's always in the front of the classroom. And, you know, Victoria has nominated several people for this, and all of you need to nominate as well. So Victoria, if we keep this going, you're going to be the one that's going to be nominating all your friends, and this is wonderful. So keep nominating and keep liking and sharing. The more you do that, the more your names will be added to the winner's basket. And I wanted to, you know, we normally do a tutorial, and last month was hilarious because Rebecca showed us something as simple as how to apply your lip balm without a mirror, just following the natural flow of your lips. Go ahead.
You've been doing it since then, haven't you?
Well, you know, I've done this my whole life. I didn't know why people were using mirrors, but I didn't realize that was yeah.
So we're gonna recap here, and then in the comments, we're gonna drop a video that I did because a lot of people are noticing that their makeup is settling into their cracks. Now we're doing a lot more virtual meetings, and it really is just about applying a thin layer of a primer. So a video link is going to pop up in the comments here on Facebook, and you'll be able to go and check that out. So this is actually the same lip balm that I used in the video that will be linked here. So to apply your lip balm without using a mirror, you just rest it in the corner of your mouth, and then you're going to pull it into the center, and your hand automatically follows the flow of your lip line. So you just put it on the corner and drag it in. Okay. And you do the same thing on the other side. And then when you move to the bottom lip, you just start right there in the center. You can go out to the edge because your body knows its parameters. Your body knows where your lips naturally are. And so your mind will take over and show you exactly where it is that you need to go. And then you can always just give your Cupid's bow a little extra wipe there to deepen the V just a little bit. We all want those beautiful, like, pouty lips. So that is how you can apply your lip balm without a mirror, in case you did not get to see that epic show last time.
So I want to remind you all that anyone who buys or becomes a client, a customer, will be I don't know if we can invite with the back office, Rebecca, if I can just anyone who has purchased, and we can include everybody to do the virtual the private virtual makeover with you and Kelli, And so anyone who purchases today will be included as well. And, and we just have to figure out a date, and then we'll post that date once we get it going, and we'll let you know when we're going to be doing the makeover. But most people are intimidated. I know that there is a woman that just doesn't want to do the makeup. She just wants to do the cleansers because she knows the importance of the cleansers to eliminate toxicity in the body.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't even say anything about Keep Me Safe Organics being a sponsor, because I wanted to save you guys for last, and I got a little distracted. But people know that you get 10% off. I already did talk about that, so
Yes.
I didn't reiterate it before. I took that link, that little section that you wrote, and I just posted it on Facebook.
Perfect.
Was that intended
So-
for all of it to be cut and pasted?
Okay. Yep. So there's a Vimeo link, which is the video tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second link that was on there is the link to the makeup kit that I used. And then the third link that was there was the link to just the serum. But I want to go back and circle around to the girl who doesn't want to do the makeup. She just wants to do the cleansers.
Correct.
And you know what? Listen, I'm telling you, you have more success when you focus in on 2 to 3 products that you really, really love, and you just make like an effort to those are your new babies. Those are your new little babies that you are taking care of, and you're finding people who have that same need that you had and wanting to find something cleaner that will clean your skin, that actually works and actually gets results. And so that becomes your baby. That's it. You don't have to do every single thing that Keep Me Safe has. You can pick 2 to 3 products. You can pick as many as 5 that kind of like are your jam that you really love to do. It could be the bath soaks. And then you just focus in on finding people who want the bath soaks, who need the bath soaks.
And like you said, and I love the point that you made. We're constantly promoting other businesses. Oh, I got this at Ross, or I got this at Walmart, or I got that at, people go, where did you get it? And we're constantly promoting other people. And I never even thought of that. If you have your own website, you can just create a little card and say, hey, go here and you can get it. But you must love something. If you're not willing to buy it, why would anybody buy it? Mm-hmm. So it's got to be someone that like when I was looking at the 3 tiers, Kelli, I was looking at the fact that the first one is for 1 cent. You can just become a promoter of the product. Mm-hmm. And so you can just tell your friends where you're getting your makeup, your beauty products from. And I know that Rebecca and Kelli are constantly creating new products, and your brand is nothing that is synthetic. And because of it, there are certain limitations, like we talked before about the mascara, about the certain things that you guys will not do. But there are a lot of other companies, and I just want to shift a little bit here. There are other companies that say that they're organic, and they have lots of synthetic ingredients, including fragrance. And even if they say organic fragrance, it doesn't matter. It still could have anything. Can you share a little bit about that and why we need to eliminate any product in our body that has fragrance?
Listen, I'm gonna use an example right here. Number 1, fragrance, parfum, anything like that you see on the label. You do not have to disclose what comprises that fragrance blend. And there are known human carcinogens, known human toxins that are allowed in a fragrance blend that do not have to be disclosed to you because they are proprietary blends. And so anytime you see that word fragrance on there, you just have to do a little due diligence and know that there is a strong possibility that there is a known human carcinogen or a known human toxin in whatever it is that you are spraying on you. And going back to what you said about companies there that that claim to be organic. I recently came across a CBD company, a hemp company, and someone asked me to take a look at their products and what I thought. And I'm like, well, I'm honestly very surprised that this hemp company that promotes they're the hemp authority sealed, approved, whatever it is, their hemp may be that, but it's like I looked at their shampoo and it had parfum in it, and it also had DMDM hydrotonin in it, which is a known human toxin. And so it's like there are plenty of companies that will cling to that one thing, and the CBD, the hemp, is a huge one right now, and they're throwing that amazing product.
What's it called?
Not so amazing. I'm not going to give the name of the company.
No, not the company, the product, the ingredient.
There were a few of them. Parfum was one.
In the in the CBD?
In the shampoo. So the CBD was in the shampoo as well.
Oh, they're adding. Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I missed that.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. So look at the ingredients of anything it is that you use, and start really reading. So if you think you're getting a CBD amazing clean shampoo, if you think you're getting an amazing body polish that is all natural, and you turn it over and you see the word fragrance on it, that that's not necessarily natural, and natural doesn't mean anything. We did a blog post about that. You can go to the millionmakeovermovement.com, which is the movement that we are a part of. And our mission is to have one people change one thing that they put on their skin on a daily basis. And when you go to the millionmakeovermovement.com and you check out the blog, you will see an article that I wrote there that says why natural isn't enough and neither is organic. And so that's a great thing just to kind of go back and reference, and you'll be able to see some 5 ingredients to avoid on there as well. So we have lots of information available to us. Just like you say, you can take a pill or you can take responsibility. And once you know better, you do better. Yeah. And that is part of Keep Me Safe's mission is we know that fragrance has the potential to be laced with those things, and it's why we don't use it.
Yeah.
It's why we use steam distilled essential oils.
Yes. Steam distilled. That's so important. I was talking to someone yesterday about that. I was saying that you guys do not alter the natural state of the ingredient. So you don't break it down to a nanoparticle, and you don't heat it up so that it changes its molecular structure. And she understood it because they own a corporation that focuses on shampoos and all that. And she was like, love the products. And so when I said that, she said, that is excellent that you guys are not changing the molecular structure. Now I want to address something that Ebony asked. And Ebony, I'm excited to meet you as well. And she said, what about skin types? And, I was so fooled by oily to dry, to T-zone, to this, to that. I don't have an issue with that anymore. Can you share a little bit about how that's true?
Well, once you give your body kind of what it needs, and listen, some people truly do have oily skin. Some people have overactive oil glands. I am one of those people. Even with our skincare, I will still get oily on my nose. I will still get oily a little bit on the forehead. As I get older, that does go away a little bit. But some people have dry skin, some people have oily skin, most people have a combination of the two, and you want a combination of the two. That's like normal to combination skin is really kind of like the golden globe of skin types to have. And to be honest, the oilier your skin is and the more moisture that your skin has, because oil is a form of moisture. It's why we use so much oil in our products, the oils that your skin can absorb, it can feed, and it doesn't contribute to excess oil production. It helps to balance your body's natural production of oil. But whenever you get on a cleaning system that purifies and cleans without stripping that natural oil out, you notice your body does not produce as much oil because it's not trying to make up for what you just stripped out with those really super drying cleansers that we've been using for years.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a great point. Kelli, is there anything you'd want to add to some of the questions and some of the things that we've been talking about?
Yeah, on a emotional, personal level, my dad died of cancer, and that really is what started the journey. And when you realize, like a lot of people, I don't think really understand that when you're putting some of these harsh chemicals on your skin that enter into your bloodstream within 26 seconds, what you put on your skin is in your bloodstream. They can find it in your urine, and they can find it on blood tests. And all of a sudden now you wonder why I'm got anxiety, or my hormones are off, or I can't have a baby. And I think the missing link in the past has been like people aren't putting what they put on their skin linked to the issue that they're having. And now, never before in time and history, it's like now it's kind of like the connections are being made. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that started me on the journey 10 years ago, knowing about my father and the chemicals. And no one told us about chemicals. No one had the talk. No, it was like we didn't know. We went, 68 years and no one ever mentioned, what chemicals were. And so I just often think about what would our life truly be like? Like, would my dad still be here had someone had the conversation? And so I love what you're doing, Lillian, because you're having the conversation, you're starting the conversation. And this is such an important conversation because at the end of the day, people's lives are at stake. And, I often think, who's not going to be here? What generations aren't going to be here because no one had the talk? And so I just love what you're doing, Lillian, and the classroom and having the conversation and just really like having the conversation. It's so important. And I always say, sharing is caring. And I just wish that someone would have stopped us or stopped my dad in his 20s and gave him the talk. How would our life be different? Would my daddy still be here? Right? Like what would be here? Would my son not have an autoimmune disorder? Right? Like what would have all transpired had someone had just talked to him and said, listen, this is not good stuff. Like, he washed with harsh soaps. We had so much stuff. I mean, it was like, Tide was, like and it was a lot of Tide in every detergent, growing up, and just the chemicals, and no one ever told us. So part of me, my mission in life is to make sure that, like that ingredient card, it's like, we want you educated. We don't want to just say, we're safe like everybody else. No, here's your ingredient card. Go look it up. Go check it up. You become the label reader. Once you understand and you look it up, just like someone asked Rebecca to look up their product. But it's like, once you look it up and you see where that's linked to, and you see that it's linked to cancer and it's linked to fetal disruption, and you link it to all this stuff, and you're like, oh my gosh, why am I even paying $1 for something that's going to literally cause my demise, or cause my anxiety, or cause my depression, or cause, generations not to come to pass? Why am I putting hard-earned money towards that thing? And then you think, oh my gosh, they need to be paying me to be the guinea pig of that product, because that product is causing so much harm. Like, I need to be in a test lab, and they need to be handing me a check, a big stimulus, fat check for me to try out, right? Because that's what's really on the line. And so never before in history, big companies are getting sued like crazy right now because they're linking to cancer. They're saying, yes, this is known to cause cancer. And so, there's some companies, when I hear that, the family company or this, that, it's like, whoa! Like, yes, the family company, safe company that's caused, millions of people to die, like, not cool. So anyway, so you're kind of hearing a little bit of my heart, my passion to become an ingredient label.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And this is something that's been, I was just interviewed by Ed Dean. It was on Monday. It was an impromptu, because I was listening to a show, and we're friends. We started, we were in WMEL together, and then we were in the BOB in Jacksonville together. And so we've always remained friends. He listens to my classes, and I listen to his political shows. And I was texting him while he was talking, and he was so intrigued that he says, I want to interview you. So we did an interview on TuneIn on his class, his show, the Ed Dean Show. And one of the questions he asked me is, what's being overreported, underreported? But I want to talk about what's being underreported now, and something that I've been reporting a lot on, not to toot my own horn, but I wanted to piggyback on what Kelli just said about her father having cancer, and the toxins that we put on our body. 26 seconds, it's in our bloodstream. So here's the deal. What they're not reporting on is that people who have a strong immune system, which we've been doing lots of classes on building an immune system, and I've done it with different doctors, different people, different angles, so that it'll resonate with somebody. It may not, that may not have resonated with you, but now this one resonates with you. Maybe Dr. Gramuth, we did the classroom on the lymphatic system and how emotions do tie in. Fear ties into our lymphatic system and makes us sick. And so with that in mind, we talked about how what's being underreported is that people who have a healthy immune system aren't fazed by the coronavirus. We might have been walking by it. We maybe get a scratchy throat, or maybe our eyes itch, or maybe a cough, or whatever it is. And all of a sudden, the next day, you feel fine. You may have been exposed to the coronavirus. You just don't know. But your body is working beautifully, and it's now creating an anti-inflammatory reaction. And so now you're immune to it, and they're not reporting on all the people who have maybe been exposed to the coronavirus that haven't responded or reacted. Now, the people that are responding and are reacting are the people who are following whatever is out there, whatever's the cheapest product. And by the way, Keep Me Safe Organics is so affordable. The product lasts a long time. The makeup lasts a long time. So you're not constantly spending money to poison and toxin your bloodstream. And so, so with that in mind, I want you to know whether you, and Ebony, I don't want to ignore the question that you asked about sensitive skin, whether you have sensitive skin or normal skin, you're putting a natural product. Now, wheat is a natural product. I can't have wheat. My products have to have, they're wheat free. And I know Keep Me Safe Organics is wheat free. So even if it had wheat and it's called a natural product, I'm sensitive to it. I can't use it. So there may be a product that's natural that you might be sensitive to. The only way you'll know is after a couple of weeks of using the product and seeing your skin and how radiant it looks. And so those are some of the things that you will learn about. And when people ask you about it, because these are roadblocks, these are obstacles, these are limiting beliefs that we've been programmed to believe, that if a product isn't a name brand and you're spending $300,000 on your makeup, that it's not good. So the reality is that this is clean makeup with no toxicity, no toxic, no chemicals, no GMOs, so it's as natural as you're going to get. And one of the things that I love about it is that it stays on your skin all day, or it stays on your body all day, and it doesn't rub off, and it's healthy. It's so healthy. So you'll change the way you'll look at products and say, I don't have to spend, $300 or $500 for a skincare line when Keep Me Safe Organics is affordable. Even Lily Rose is affordable for companies who want to start bringing these wonderful products for their businesses as well. So with the coronavirus, if you're taking medications, ACE inhibitors, lots of vaccinations, once that germ goes into that virus, which, by the way, we have trillions of viruses we have trillions of good bacteria, bad bacteria. We just have so much that makes who we are. And if you're on ACE inhibitors and you're not living a healthy lifestyle, those are the people who are responding, because there's no research that looks at all of my medications and does a clinical trial on all my medications, or Rebecca's medication and does a clinical trial on all Rebecca's medication, or Kelli's medication, or your medications, and does a clinical trial on how your drugs are interacting with one another. But one thing they do know is that ACE inhibitors are causing a spread that is so unlikely. And of course, there is an agenda. The agenda is that you're going to be locked down for 18 months until a vaccine is created. I know this is not part of this, and I'm not saying that this is Rebecca's position or Kelli's position, but I'm saying that we need to start looking beyond what we're being told, what we're seeing. And if it resonates with you, research it. research the products. Go on to whenyouneedafriend.com, click onto my Keep Me Safe Organics, go into the sponsors page, click onto the Keep Me Safe Organics and read the ingredients there. And I challenge you to find anything that is toxic, anything that isn't healthy for your body. And then go and look at your products that you're currently using. Compare and contrast. I'm going to hold this up one more time so that you can take a picture of it. Take a picture if you can. And go and check out how many of your ingredients, how many of your products have it. Many of us close and lock our cleaning chemicals, our toxic chemicals underneath the sink. We keep it away from our children, but then we give them oils that have petroleum and we lather it all over their bodies. So we've got to change the way we look at things so that the things we look at change. I heard that over 25 years ago. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And that is what we're being called to during this quarantine time, during this time of fear, to replace the fear with love, replace the fear with facts. You can't argue facts. You can argue opinions. So let's stop all the pointing fingers and let's start taking care of the ones we love. And so let me, if you want to add anything, Rebecca, to this while I look at any of the, there's a lot of comments that have been made.
Yeah, no, with Ebony, listen, the skincare really is great for all skin types. It really just depends on what the need is that you are looking for. So I would encourage you to have a private conversation with us about what exactly it is that you are looking for so that we can point you in the right direction and get you the information that you need for your particular skin type. Because just like Lillian was saying with, there's no clinical trials on the medications, and then and once it goes onto your skin, then it becomes a different thing. So we would like to work with you and get a little bit more information about exactly what it is and what skin issues it is that you are dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Yes,
we have
absolutely.
some more questions come through, Lil?
Yeah, well, I just want to share a comment. Fred and Bailey is the name. He bought these products for his wife, which I think is wonderful, and her skin is beautiful today. And so what did he say? My wife has used every type of skincare available, like every type ever made. LOL. When she found this, she has never had skin that looks skin like she does now, and absolutely with a bunch of hearts. And so she loves it. So these products, let's say we decide we want to try these products. What happens if we don't like it? Can we return them?
So we offer a 60-day product exchange policy. So you don't like it, we can switch it out for something that you do like. We have over 100 products to choose from.
Yeah. So there is never, like Kelli said, it's never been like this. There's never been a time like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time. It's time for us to shift. It's time for us to look at everything. We've got the time now. Mm-hmm. This is the right time. Mm-hmm. Why not now? Why not now? So I know with it, I know that we've gone a lot over what we normally do. And our tutorial today will be, I want to remind you once again that to nominate those first responders, for those people that are in the front line, that you would like to give this hydrating lotion to, because it's amazing how your body will be, how wonderful it'll feel when you are using products that are good for you. And so I'm hold on a second. Is there a link for, what is the link, Rebecca?
Do you see it? You can copy and paste that and put that.
Was that in the original one?
It was, but just in case you wanted to post it again, because I can't see the comments on Facebook, so I wasn't sure and just wanted to to
So
circle back.
I will, so this
that.
is a tutorial link for today, instead of
Yes, and
going
how
through
to
it
keep
again.
your makeup from settling, because we're looking at ourselves in the cameras. We're looking at ourselves in the mirror a lot more than normal. Put down the tweezers. Stop plucking your brows. Don't cut your hair. But you can keep your makeup from settling.
Okay, nominate someone you love to receive one of these. Share, like, follow, help us grow the classroom so that we can start learning new truths. You know, I wrote an article. I think I wrote an article. I don't know if it was for the Florida Today or if I wrote it for my blog or if I even did a class in this. But what if everything you knew was a lie?
Mhm.
Everything you were taught was a lie. In 1981, William Casey shared that from the CIA, who was a CIA director, that we will know when our disinformation program is a success when everything the American public believes is a lie. This is a quote
Mhm.
from William Casey. What if they've been successful?
Mhm.
So when you start learning things like, wow, there are products out there that are supporting my body and my lifestyle, and they are affordable, and they are fabulous. I mean, look how beautiful these ladies look, you know, and they're walking testimony of what this product can do. I'm walking testimony of what this product can do. And I've had people say, you know, this, I will never use another product again. Even if they can afford to use all these name brands, they're choosing to protect their body. So now more than ever before, it is time. It is time to start shifting and being curious instead of critical. If you are dismissing something because you think it's not true, prove it.
Mhm.
Find it. Because if you're dismissing it, then you're basically falling into the disinformation program that you have bought into, that being the truth. What if it's a lie? Prove it to yourself and start relearning everything there is to know about how to be healthy so that the next time there's a pandemic, the next time there's a virus floating around, you'll say, hey, listen, that virus is just one thing with a bunch of healing cells in my body that will gobble it up. It will gobble it up. And so arm yourself with the truth, but verify it. Verify it so that you know that it is truly the truth. So today, I'm challenging you. Let me know if you want to be a part of the private virtual makeover. Anyone who purchases anything, we will be inviting them to this party. And we'll have Kelli and Rebecca, and we'll talk about how we can help each other out as a family, as friends, and as people that, you know, there's enough abundance in the world and we just need to claim it.
Yes.
Yes.
Any final words?
Well, you know, back to the lady that's sensitive. I think it's Albany. Is it Albany?
Ebony.
We've sold over 30,000 units of skincare, and we've had exchanges less than 5. So that lets you really know. And I know one of my girlfriends, she's allergic to aloe. So she was one of the exchanges, but she's an advocate with us, and she's like, I can't let go of this, and this other product. So it truly is a life-changing product, and it really let us show that marketing is such hype that you need a different skincare unit for every different type of skin. It's kind of like, just like you need a sunscreen and a moisturizer. It's kind of a propaganda. It's great sales, and it gets you to spend a little more in a different direction. So
yeah, and some of those products are actually hurting us so much that are making us sick. And I will say, I am also sensitive to aloe, but for some reason, this product is different than the others that I like. When I used to see aloe on it, although it's a natural product, I would put it back down. And but for some reason, I'm doing okay. So it all depends. It could be that there's a combination of things that are happening too. And sometimes an elimination diet will help say it was truly the aloe, or maybe it was an aloe with a combination of something else that did it. So with that in mind, we're going to say goodbye. And I want to thank you all for being a part of the classroom today. And please remember to nominate someone who is in the front lines, making all of us safer. Just like Keep Me Safe, we're going to make them safe too. We'll see you soon.
Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you guys.